Peace, friends. This is a video to share and say welcome to piano. If it's something that you've thought of a long time or maybe know of people who do it, it's in the spirit of Team One. And we just want to say this is for you. So just getting started, this is middle C. It's in the middle of the piano. It's to the left of the two black keys or ebony keys. Remember that song, Ebony and Ivory? So we've got the ebony and the ivory, which are the white keys right next to it. And this happens all over the piano, and it repeats. You have the two black notes, and then you have three, then you have two, then three. Goes all the way up the piano. Now middle C is to the left of the two black keys, two ebony keys, whatever you feel like saying. One love. And you can play the C all over the piano to the left of the two black keys. So what we're going to focus on today is something focused in C major. So the way that the notes go in music, we're just going to go through this real quickly because we have to get it in the space of 15 minutes so I can put it on YouTube. So we have your middle C, and if you count up from C, you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then it starts over again, C. Same thing again, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now I'm pressing what's called the sustain pedal. You'll see it on your keyboard or piano, whatever it is, to the right. It sustains the note, so if you push it, it's at the bottom. And some other people that don't have a sustain pedal, there's other ways to sustain the note. So anyway, so what I'm doing is sustaining it. So let's try this. This is the way the fingering goes. It goes thumb is 1, index is 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's try this with our fingers curved. Let's try C, D, E, F, G. And then back again, G, F, E, D, C. So now that 5-finger pattern we're going to use, and we're also going to use it in other areas to put together some music. So let's say we put in the left hand, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. Let's put this on the C below us. And then we have 1. And you can use a sustain pedal if you want to play these notes. So next is a triad. A triad are composed of 3 notes, and in this case it's 1, 3, 5. So you can for here we use fingers 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5, and counting up from here, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We're going to play C, E, and G, and fingers curved with our wrists just relaxed. We're going to play C, E, G, E, C, and then we can play the notes together. Now this is a C major chord. You probably heard a lot of tunes. So that's your C major chord. So now we're going to learn the next chord, and it's based on F. C, D, E, F. Here's F. So we're going to do the same thing, 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. But if we count up from F, is F, G, A, B, C. Now all we're just going to use is the F, A, and C. So now we have 2 chords. Now next chord we're going to play is G, which is the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did the 4th note. Now we're going to do the 5th note. 1, 3, 5. This happens to be G, B, D. Remember, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So we've got G, B, D, 1, 3, 5. Okay, so we've got our chord progression. So now you can use the by the way, just wanted to put a note in there that nobody has a monopoly on piano or teaching or anything like that. Everybody has a chance to learn and share. That's all that we're doing right here is sharing. So nobody can tell you, oh, they play piano and you don't. I just want to say that. Another thing, Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching says, if we're dwelling on the past, we might be depressed. If we're dwelling on the future, we might be anxious. If we're focusing on the present, we're at peace. And the whole focus of this piano exercise is to focus on peace. This is your moment to have your time with the piano, and it's not for anyone else except yourself unless you want to share it. So talking about the 5-finger pattern, the 5-finger pattern can be used from all the way from right here in the beginning to playing jazz chords down the line, and it's really quite a wonderful thing. So we'll talk about that later. So anyway, so you can practice if you want to practice and get into the moment for a Zen moment, happy Zen. Just practice with left hand on C, do that as much as you want. Then sometimes if your hands get tired, raise your hands up, breathe in, wiggle your fingers a little bit, wiggle your fingers a little bit, let the blood go out, reoxygenate the blood, and slowly drop your hands when you're ready to reoxygenate the blood. It'll start healing your tendons. It's good for anybody working at the computer or anything like that. So back to the practice. We have C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D. You can use a metronome if you want, but it's okay just to... Okay, then same thing for F. Well, this is a little different because there's a B flat in the key of F, but if you can play this B flat, but didn't mean to introduce something new there, but anyway, this is a good thing to practice. Okay, so if we're just working on the 5-finger pattern, we can use 5-finger pattern for chords. I didn't mean to introduce something new, that B flat, but that's in the F major. So anyway, so here's some ideas. If you just look, using the 5-finger pattern, just 1, 2, 3, and 5 in the chords. 1, 3, and 5 in the 2 note. Using the notes together. Now, we're going to introduce the A minor chord, C, D, E, F, G, A. Sometimes it's fun to play this A minor chord after you play the G chord. So it's A, and then A, B, C, D, E. It's called a deceptive cadence, but it just sounds like it's kind of going into a new world, kind of in a sense. So here's the A minor chord, A, B, C, D, E. You can play all the notes you want, but 1, 3, and 5 is safe. So you can... then G, then F. So using 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, and 5 of the chords, you can play all these. Notice I'm repeating this 5th note. Favoring the 2nd and 3rd note. You can always break these notes 1 and 5. Now we're going to do the A minor chord. Now G, then F. One, 3, 5. But the 2nd note, which is the 9th, is a special note. Now remember, something that we can do now is kind of liberate the notes that we learned, because we can play these notes anywhere we want on the piano. So that's what's fun, is we're freeing ourselves up, and we're improvising to realize we can play a C or this fifth note G, C, D, E, F, G, anywhere we want. So notice how that second note, the D, has a nice sound to it. Now to F. Then to G. We can go to the lower G. That's 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Then our A minor, we can play a lower A note. These are all the A minor notes, 1, 3, 5. So I know that went kind of fast, but that's the idea, just to free yourself up, and I hope it was comforting and not too much information. Okay, peace be with you, and we're just going to do our best to encourage each other. Okay, peace.